again for watching. And if you like what you see and you'd like to introduce me to somebody else, please feel free to do so. I think it would help the cause at the moment. But in any case, this is what I'm going to be working on today and what my video is going to be about. I have harvested the garlic. It got some sort of a weird brown spot on it. We've got a lot of that problem going on right now, only because we have not had one day of all sunshine here all through May and all the way into June. We're hoping to have a little sun this afternoon, but it is not doing good for a lot of things. We've had 13 atmospheric rivers, and those have wreaked havoc on a lot of things, including my garlic. My garlic did not come out well. I had potatoes in here. They didn't like all that rain. And the garlic that I grew, I ended up with I did all hard neck variety, and I got some good. These are probably store-sized pieces of garlic here. I got a whole lot of baby things that didn't grow. And then I got some nice heads in here. They could have used maybe a couple more weeks, but they were dying off because they weren't getting sun, and we were also getting some sort of I don't know what it is. It was like a brown spot, and that brown spot also started to affect our roses. Around here we have a lot of the ladies in the canyon here propagate roses, and they are starting to show some sort of a stress due to climate change. And the climate is obviously being a little brutal on us this year with all those atmospheric rivers. And my grapes here, these are a Concord seedless. They look like they're okay. They didn't get a lot of propagation. I didn't get a lot of berries or grapes. There are some, not as much as the regular Concord, but there's the spot. This stuff was all over the garlic as well. My strawberries, they are loving this weather, but there are no bees. And I have hand pollinated these, and the ones that I did, and I was able to have those for breakfast this morning. But because they don't get really pollinated very well, this is what happens. Plus, we've had some really strange weather. These strawberries are a ever-bearing variety, and they get really big, really sweet, and I've had these for years. They just keep growing and growing. In fact, some of these are just growing right out of the ground. Like down here, there's a plant that's growing right out of the ground with these dichondra that found its home here as well. So that's that part. And then to finish off the day, I spent all day Wednesday cutting this wood up. There were no real scary critters in there, fortunately. And I didn't film that because what I was using was not all that safe. I managed to survive it. My rhubarb is looking wonderful. And these grapes. Check out these grapes. These are regular Concord grapes. I just went around with a feather and hit these things off while they were in a blooming state. I don't know if that affected anything, but they seem to have propagated several grapes. These are going to be pretty fun. Aloe vera is going absolutely crazy. It's overgrown this barrel. This is Echiote. This is a herb that is used in beans. It's also really good for the digestive system. Has a smell like kerosene though. And my purple, not purple, this is freckled romaine. It's seeding, but I didn't have any luck with my seeding for my romaine. This is new romaine. This is what I pick for salads. And this is what curly lettuce look like when they go bolting out. And I picked some of these, and there are only a couple seeds per one of these little bundles of flowers. Usually there's one. Usually you have several in each one of those little flowers, and I just keep these things going year after year. So that didn't work out because we don't have the bees. So I pollinate everything kind of by hand and keep things going that way. And as you can see, some of the berries were at least edible. Also, I do the same thing with my tomatoes. And this is one that I hand pollinated. And I will be taking weeds out a little later on today. I have a little technique for that. These are Japanese manganji peppers. And I want them to get a little more healthy before I put them in the ground. I'm gonna also treat that ground a little better than what I have it going right now. These are okra, baby okra. And this is beets. And there are two varieties in here. There is a yellow variety and a red variety. Here's a red variety. You can see the difference in the stalk. I don't know what that's going to be. But I really didn't get that many beets out of planting all of these. That's the beets I got. So I had several that didn't come up. They may have been old seed. I'm going to be working on this compost also coming up today. It probably needs a good stir. And as usual, a lot of flies and things come in and out of here. I don't see anything jumping out of that pile at me. I don't like jumping in there right off the bat. You're probably wondering, what am I going to do with this? This is my compost. There's about a half a bucket of that. It's the very bottom. And I make a tea out of that. And I will be putting that in the area that I'm going to be planting my plants here soon. So this is the end result of my tilling today. I'm not going to put anything in the ground yet, but that little machine, it broke down a couple times only because it gets loose. Been a great strawberry had gotten pollinated properly. Nevertheless, just as tasty. That's going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow because that will be going into that.